Now, viewers, I want to move to another story which is of critical national security consideration. There is an ecosystem in this country that has been shying away from calling the Hamas a terror organization. Elements of this ecosystem have been giving a platform to the Hamas on the grounds that it represents the aspirations of the Palestinian people. Yes, viewers, the same Palestinian people that elected it, the same Palestinian people that unfortunately learned to regret electing it because the Hamas decided never to hold an election again. They imprisoned those Palestinians. They jailed them. They subverted their rights. But viewers, here we are told that the Hamas represents the aspirations of the Palestinian people. While some feeble comments have been made criticizing the Hamas for its October 7 attack, this ecosystem has never wavered in equating this Islamist terror group with the state of Israel, with the government of Israel. But today, the ecosystem will have a lot to explain. It turns out that the Hamas has links to Pakistan-based terror organizations sworn to waging Ghazwa-e-Hind, the holy jihad against India. How do we know this, viewers? Because the visual evidence is on your screens. Hamas leaders attended an anti-India event in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Yes, viewers, just 36 hours back, Dr. Khalid al-Qaudmi, Hamas's representative in Iran, took part in the meeting in his first ever visit to POK. The event, titled Kashmir Solidarity and Hamas Operation Al-Aqsa Flood Conference, took place in Rawalkot. Hamas leaders shared stage with top commanders of the Jaish-e-Mohammad and Lashkar-e-Taiba, and you can see them on stage, viewers. The development sent shockwaves through the Indian government's intelligence and internal security, and Indian intelligence agencies have been on high alert. This is because the Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammad are very potent. And you know this, viewers, the LeT struck in Mumbai, terror, for 4 days. And combining with Hamas will only make them a bigger threat. But while the security forces will keep vigil, what about their sympathizers in India? Will they still lustily give Hamas a platform, or will they concede that Hamas is a terror organization and call upon the Modi government to ban it? Here to refresh your memory are instances when the ecosystem put Hamas on a pedestal, viewers. The Congress refused to back Shashi Tharoor after backlash over his remark describing Hamas as a terror organization in October 2023. This was just soon after, viewers, the October 7th attack on Israel. Shashi Tharoor said Hamas is a terror organization. The Congress didn't back him. India bloc CPIM member Swaraj slammed Tharoor, said that Congress leader was guilty of showing solidarity to Israel. Viewers, India bloc ally IUML, the Indian Union Muslim League, refuses to condemn Hamas, calls Israel a terror state instead. The left government in Kerala refused to act against Jamaat-e-Islami youth wing for platforming Hamas founder Khalid Meshal at October 28 rally, viewers, in Kerala. 2023 rally with tagline Uproot Bulldozer Hindutva and Apartheid Zionism. This took place in Mallapuram, viewers. Khalid Meshal was holding forth. Congress ally and NC leader Aga Rahul slammed J&K police for cracking down on pro-Hezbollah protests. Hezbollah, of course, has deep links with Hamas. They're almost the same, both backed by Iran. I want to ask some fundamental questions tonight. And I want to begin with Tausif Ahmed Khan. And I want to begin with Kamru Chaudhary. And I want to begin with Abhishek Sudhir. And, of course, General Bakshi. General Bakshi set the tone. What do you think? Should these apologists who kept quiet when Khalid Mashal was invited by an Indian political organization, a member of, in fact, or an affiliate of, let me put it accurately, of the India bloc, gave him platform when they kept silent? Should these people apologize to the rest of the country tonight? Because Hamas is standing and sharing a platform today with LeT and Jaish-e-Mohammad. Those are the pictures. General Bakshi.
Of course they need to apologize. The simple fact is that Hamas is a vicious terrorist organization responsible for the slaughter, cold-blooded murder of over 1,200 Israeli citizens. I mean, the world saw that. The world saw how they were pulling women by their hair. They killed babies. They murdered people in cold blood, ruthlessly. And they have held so many people hostage. And they are being released in driblets. Now, this organization is called by Pakistan's ISI, the organization which has taken a pasting in Israel, because those people don't take nonsense. They don't take the murder of their citizens lightly.
Okay.
And they don't do metaphysical, debates over it. The simple fact is they are trying to get this organization to share its operational skills with the Jaish-e-Mohammad, with the Lashkar-e-Taiba, and the entire set of cartoon networks operating in POK. This Ravla court correspondence of terror networks.
Yes.
Birds of a feather flock together.
Absolutely. Let me bring in.
They are now planning to use. Yeah.
Well, Kamru Chaudhary, let me bring him in. General Bakshi has put that point straight across. Apologize, come out, express regret, come out, condemn Hamas, come out, most importantly, and apologize to Shashi Tharoor. Should the Congress party be doing that? I'm asking you a fundamental question, Kamru Chaudhary.
Okay. International Court of Justice, of which India is a member, has designated Netanyahu as a terrorist, Israel as a terrorist state, and IDF as a non-personal grata. India does $32 billion with the terrorist state, of which designated as a terrorist state by International Court of Justice, which India is also funding and India is also member. India purchased defense equipment from Israel. It purchases Pegasus software from Israel, and the same Israel has killed lakhs and lakhs of Palestinian children and young women, men, and citizens. Let me finish.
No, hang on.
Finish.
No, one second. Does India support this? India doesn't support it, sir. India doesn't support it.
No, India
what is the point you're making?
Funding the genocide in Israel.
No, what point are you making?
Funding the genocide.
What genocide, sir? If a country is attacked, it retaliates against the terror organization. Your sympathies are with the terror organization.
Hamas is a terrorist organization.
Abhishek Sudhir, can you please explain to this gentleman the difference between the straws that he is clutching in his hand and the fact that this organization, the Hamas, I cannot even believe that Kamru Chaudhary will not even, that you will not even append your remarks, prefix them by saying, actually, yes, Hamas has been exposed. We don't want anything to do with the Hamas. You can go after Israel, sir. You're within your rights to abuse Israel, to kingdom come. You want them, all the Jews slaughtered, put them in a concentration camp. No one will. No, one second. I cannot. If you have such a view, sir, please, you've exercised it. Fine. The point is, does Benjamin Netanyahu stand with the Lashkar-e-Taiba on a stage? No.
No, he doesn't.
Abhishek Sudhir, can you please explain to this gentleman?
Not at all. Yeah, in fact, Mr. Shivshankar, the difference between a terrorist and someone who's not a terrorist is that a terrorist will deliberately target and kill civilians. And that's exactly what Hamas did on October 7, 2023. They deliberately targeted civilians and killed civilians, right? What Israel is doing is retaliating. Are civilians dying? Yes, but Israel is not deliberately targeting civilians. Therefore, you can't designate them terrorists. What Israel is doing is defending itself. Yes, there is collateral damage where civilians are dying, but they are not setting out to kill civilians like Hamas did. And Mr. Shivshankar, what is even more concerning is the different, as General Bakshi said, these actors who shared the stage in POK, they are now looking at pan-Islamic jihad, where they're trying to equate what's happening in Palestine with Kashmir. This is a very dangerous trend. I know the government of India is making back-channel efforts with the Afghans, with the Iranians. They are no fans of the Pakistanis. The Pakistanis are cornered. Even in POK, the local populace has turned against the Pakistani establishment. But at home, like we just heard the gentleman speak, there are sympathies for Hamas, unfortunately. And that is where the real threat comes. Right now, we have Prime Minister Modi, we have Ajit Doval, who's NSA, right? Intelligence gathering is not being hampered. But every time there is a Batla house, there is this cry of victimhood. And when this happens, this endangers the lives of Indian citizens. We were not safe when the UPA was in power because the UPA mollycoddled these jihadist elements. Every time there was an arrest of a suspected terrorist, the UPA and the Congress, led by Sonia Gandhi, would cry wolf. That's no longer happening, so that is why we are safe. But that doesn't mean the threat is eliminated.
That's
Some
right.
80 to 100 terrorists are now lining up. They intend to wreak havoc in the valley.
Important
basically
point.
in the coming summer. The Pakistanis are desperate. They will resort to desperate measures. We have to guard against this equating Palestine with Kashmir.
And
this
Hamas
will have a
also
lot
going
of
to be
takers
there.
in our left liberal ecosystem, and that is the big concern.
And that is the
this
big
has
concern.
a lot of takers
in
in our
fact,
left
viewers,
liberal ecosystem.
I just want to bring in Tausif Ahmed Khan. He's just joined us. Thank you, Mr. Khan, for joining this debate. I just want to ask you a fundamental, straightforward question. Hamas, we all knew, was a terror organization. It has underlined its credentials now by sharing a stage with Lashkar-e-Taiba. When in the past we were critical, when I was critical of political entities in this country giving Hamas leadership a platform, people like you said that I was being cruel, that I was actually not willing to concede that Hamas represents the aspirations of Palestinians, that I was hateful. So I want to ask you now, Tausif Khan, should those individuals who gave a platform in India that took out marches, solidarity marches for Hamas leadership when they were assassinated one by Israel, thankfully, should all those people now come out and apologize?
First of all, Rahul, the government of India supports the demand of Hamas. That's the official stand. And it has always been the stand from ages.
No, please. Hamas doesn't recognize a two-state solution. No, one second. Tausif Khan, you're lying. Hamas doesn't recognize a two-state solution.
Rahul,
no,
please
Hamas, no, I'm not going to listen to this.
You are caught.
You cannot spread
You are
fake
caught.
news. Tausif Ahmed
Your
Khan,
lies are
India
caught. So
doesn't
please
support
be
Hamas's
patient and let
position.
me finish.
Hamas, General Bakshi, you are a strategic analyst.
Maybe
one
one
second.
or two.
You are a strategic analyst.
Maybe a few. Maybe a few. Radicals, right-wing
Now
BJP
he's coming to my point, viewers.
Do not
Hamas
support.
puts it on
But
his
the
charter
official
that
stand
they
of
do not
government of
recognize
India
the state
is that
of
they
Israel.
want
No, viewers,
Palestine-
just
they
please,
want
don't, please, read up,
Palestinians to
sir,
have
and please
their
come
own
to this show.
country
This is a
and
show
an
called Hard
independent
Facts.
country
General
free
Bakshi,
from Islam.
can we pull out the
That's how
Hamas
that
charter? Can we read it to
Israeli
this
occupation-
individual who portends here to be today?
Israeli
One second, you
occupation of
pretend to be
Palestinians
some
is
fount of
opposed.
knowledge. Tausif Ahmed
Secondly,
Khan, do not lie.
it is
The
shameful
Indian
for
government
President
recognizes a
Trump
two-state solution
to hold
to the
a press
problem of
conference
Israel
with
and
the
Palestine. The
international
Hamas says
declared
there can be no
war criminal.
two-state. Israel
There is
must
a-
cease to exist.
there
It's
is a
only
arrest
Palestine.
warrant
General Bakshi, am I right or am I wrong?
against Israeli Prime Minister.
Absolutely,
arrest
that
warrant
is
by
the
ICJ
factual
against the
position,
Israeli Prime
Rahul.
Minister. And it
The
is
simple
shameful for
fact
Trump
is
to
that
hold-
Israel,
stand state with
the cohort of Hezbollah, Hamas, including Houthis and the Iranians, they say Israel must not exist. Israel must be destroyed. If you have to do genocide, so be it. Israelis, Jews must be thrown into the sea.
From river to sea.
They refute its right to exist.
From river
So,
to sea.
I mean, how fair is that to a nation state?
Absolutely.
And then
Absolutely.
you attack its citizens.
And do you
Then
know,
you
viewers,
attack
what the
children
Hamas
who
has
are
said in the
attending a
past about
musical
Jews?
festival.
They have said the Jews should be stoned to death because they're worse than even snakes. This is Hamas. And Tausif Khan says some radicals. Viewers, those same some radicals are today standing with our sworn enemies, Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Jaish-e-Mohammad there in Rawalkot on our soil in POK. And we want to legitimize this rabble. In fact, viewers, I would think that the Indian government should now come out and, in fact, even declare the Hamas a terror organization. They shouldn't wait for the Congress party and the left. They should come out and do it. We're expecting them to do it. We will ask them questions when they're going to do it, viewers. This is a matter of national security, national integrity. Nation comes first. I want to move on, viewers, because there is a